Hello, ladies and gentlemen. This is Leonardo Leite, just to let you know that we are going to start our class in approximately 2 minutes. If you can hear me well, if you can hear the music, let me know if the audio is all right. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. How are you all doing this afternoon? Right now, well, today is the 12th of September. Yes, and it's 3 o'clock in the afternoon in this part of the world. Hello, Aninha, our beautiful moderator today. Music is always nice to start the class. All right. Okay, good. Good. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Let me get this off my head. Let's put it here. All right. Welcome to one more VIP live lesson. This is VIP English Club by Myro Vergara. I am Leonardo Leite, and we are ready to start. How are you all doing today? Is the audio all right? Is the audio, too loud? No? Okay, good. All right, ladies and gentlemen. So let's get this going. Let me see the screens I have here. All right, that's a nice screen. Okay, Aninha says, it's okay. Remember, when you say it's okay, it's not great. So when somebody, if you went to the movies and then you saw a film and then somebody asks you, okay, how was the film? How did you like the film? And then you say, well, it was okay. Okay is our typical mais ou menos. Mais ou menos. It's okay. All right. So if the audio is great, you type in the audio is great. All right. Okay. Okay. Okay is very. You know what I mean, right? You know what I mean. All right. Anyway. All right. Good. The audio is great according to Ania Alchemin. All right, good. Thank you, guys. Thank you. Thank you so much. And welcome to Magic Story number 29. Now, before we get started, uh, I want to give you some announcements. And I'm going to give you some announcements in. No, I'm going to give you it in English. All right. Thank you, Leite, Ana, Priscilla. All right. Good. Good. Anyway, I was reading the comments. I was reading the comments in the VIP portal, and I saw some comments saying, "Leo, your class is great, but sometimes it's too long." And those comments were made under the classes that really took over an hour, and some of them took about an hour and 20, an hour and 15 minutes, an hour and 30. I don't know. I can't remember. But it was longer than an hour. And some of you said, Leo, your class is wonderful, but it's too long. Guys, okay, I'll try to stick this class to about an hour. But come on, have you seen Mairo Vergara's lessons? It's like an hour and a half, 2 hours. You have seen Mairo Vergara's lessons. Now, you can't put up with me for 1 hour, for not even an hour. Vocês não me aguentam nem por uma hora. Vocês aguentam o Mairo com aquela voz fanhosa de gripado que ele tá essa semana agora. Vocês aguentam 1 hora e meia, vocês não reclamam. Aí vocês ficam comigo aqui 1 hora e pouquinho e tudo. Ah, não, longo demais. Ah, não, come on. Eu devo ser muito chato para vocês não me aguentarem. Nem 1 horinha. Jesus. No, I'm really, I'm moved. I'm sad. I'm depressed now because you guys can take Mario Vergara's lessons for an hour and a half. You can take Erica's lessons for 1 hour and a half. And now you can't take mine for a little over an hour? Come on. But anyway, this was just a joke. I was just joking. There is some sense. There is some sense. When I say sense, means it makes sense on your complaint, because when you are practicing English, when you are studying English, and when you are watching one of my lessons, if you go over an hour, you won't learn much. You will learn, and you will really profit from the lesson up to an hour. 1 hour is great. More than an hour, it really gets tiring. Although I try to make all the jokes here, and I'll try to, talk to you, make comments. But you are right, okay? You're right. So I'll try to stick the lesson to approximately an hour or even less. All right? Okay, good. Well, second thing. 2 weeks ago, because last week we didn't have a class. I was out of town. I was traveling. And we started the series of magic stories talking about Amanda, right? Yes. And today's lesson is about Amanda. Let me put it here. Okay. And Amanda's going abroad, right? That was the previous lesson. And we talked a lot about going abroad as an exchange student. Many of you, and I get asked this question a lot, Leo, do you think I should go abroad as an exchange student, or should I go abroad to learn English? And I always encourage people to go, all right? But that does not mean, and you should not take for granted, that you're going to learn or improve. You have to put in some effort. Esforço. Tem que se esforçar. All right? If you just go there and, go sightseeing and visiting and enjoying the trip, going here and there, you're not going to learn much. A second thing about going abroad as an exchange student is there are two different things. Okay, going abroad as Amanda is going is one thing. She's going for 1 year. Remember, she's going to a different country for 1 year. 1 year is pretty much, enough for you to really learn the language. And a second thing is going abroad to study English, to a private English school, and try to learn English there. Some people go, for example, for a month or two. I think it's too short. All right, I think it's too short, but it's a good reason for traveling, right? So some people like traveling to play sports. Some people like traveling to visit museums. There is a purpose. When you travel with a purpose, right? It's much better than you just traveling. I'm gonna see what's there, right? So I always encourage you to go, okay? But be careful with your expectations, because there is no miracle. All right. So if you go to the United States, for example, for 1 month, you enroll yourself in a private English in a school of English as a second language or English as a foreign language. There is this difference here. Let me show you. Okay. You have ESL, which stands for English as a second language. Okay, English as a second language. And there is also EFL, which stands for English as a foreign language. Okay, English as a foreign language. ESL, English as a second language, is a subject that you can find in most universities in the United States. It's specific for foreigners who are living there and who are going to universities, going to school there. Okay, now English as a foreign language is this is the courses that we normally buy here in Brazil and go there. So they teach English to foreigners that only go there to learn the language. This is English as a foreign language. All right. So when you go to this EFL school, you're gonna be in contact with lots of foreigners who are in the same position as you are, right? Trying to learn the language, and it takes some time to improve your listening and so on. But you'll be in a country that you'll be listening to English all the time. So that is already very, very good. So to wrap up this comment about going abroad as an exchange student or as an EFL student, my recommendation is that, well, if you go as an EFL student, be careful with your expectations. All right? Be careful. Now, if you go for 6 months, 1 year as an EFL student, man, enjoy, because it's going to be nice. Did you know that we have lots of students here in this course who are living abroad? They live abroad. Brazilians and Portuguese speakers who live abroad, they are there going to English schools and taking our lessons, right? So anyway, and the question that I asked in the previous lesson is, where should Amanda go? And let me tell you, my friend, and I was reading the comments, it was pretty 50-50, right? Lots of people would rather have Amanda coming to Brazil, and lots of people recommended Amanda to go to Belgium. Now, today, I can't promise anything, but I think we'll find out where she's going. But I am going to need you to help Amanda. Are you ready? Good. So, you were all very pretty much used to the magic story, right? And I'm going to in this lesson, I'm always trying to do something new here. But in this magic story lesson, let me put it in the best position. Oops, no, right here. Oh no, right here. Okay. Okay. Good. So, um, in this lesson, I'm going to introduce to you a different magic story. Okay? It's going to be different. It's not going to be based on the story. And you will just follow me, all right? And just follow me and you will do fine, right? Júnior Oliveira says, só conselho para quem quer aprender uma língua, não venha para Miami, porque vão aprender espanhol e não inglês. Yes, the thing is, if you go to a place where there are lots of people speaking Portuguese or Spanish, you will tend to hang out more with these people than with Americans or any other locals. So, so as she says, Miami is not the best place for you to learn English. But you know what? I still recommend it. Okay, I still recommend it because it's a great experience. And when you travel with purpose, okay, okay, I am going to Chicago to run the marathon. I'm going to New York to watch the US Open, the tennis championships. So when you travel with this purpose, oh, I'm going to take a course on something different. Okay, I'm going to learn ceramics, for example. It makes the trip much more interesting, because otherwise you're going to be going sightseeing and eating and drinking, which is great. which I think it's great. Or for example, you can travel with the purpose of getting to know the food, the local food, right? The local cuisine. It's great too. But then you have to come back home and go to the gym and work out because you're gonna be a lot heavier than before. Anyway, so I won't be looking much at the comments right now because I'm going to be focusing here on the lesson. I am going to read the lesson for you. And while I read the lesson for you, let's all focus on, where is my mouse? Okay. Let's all focus on the reading here. All right. So here it is. Okay, good. Where is Amanda going? Instructions. I am going to read the story. The story is right there on your screen. And you are going to listen to me reading the story. And then I'm going to go over the vocabulary. After I go over the vocabulary, I am going to tell you the story again, and then we'll move on to the new style, not to the new style, to a different style of magic story. All right? So here we go. Are you ready? Okay? Ready? Where is Amanda going? The Thompsons are very excited about Amanda going abroad as an exchange student. They all think it's going to be a great experience for her. Amanda is talking to her father right now about it. So, Dad, where do you think I should go? Well, Pumpkin, anywhere you choose, I believe it's going to be a wonderful experience. I think so too. The two countries are so different. There are so many possibilities in both of them. And, and that's why it's hard for me to make up my mind. Well, you can start by making a list of things you know and like about each country. That's a great idea, Dad. I'll get into it right away. So Amanda started a list comparing both countries, Brazil and Belgium. And here's the list. All right. Belgium. It's smaller. Brazil, it's much bigger. They speak French and Flemish in Belgium. In Brazil, they speak Portuguese. In Belgium, there are fewer people. In Brazil, there are more people. In Belgium, the food is great. In Brazil, the food is great too. In her opinion, okay? In Amanda's opinion, remember, she's a young adult. She's 18 years old, okay? In Belgium, there is less excitement. And in Brazil, there is more excitement. And she continues. In Belgium, I'll have less free time. In Brazil, I'll have more free time. In Belgium, I'll be traveling to different countries in Europe. In Brazil, I'll be traveling to many different places in the same country. And then I left some spaces here for you. You can put your opinions comparing Belgium to Brazil. Right? Good. So now let's go back here and let's take a look at some vocabulary before we get started. And if I need to write anything here, I am going to write down here. Okay? Well, here it is. Where is Amanda going? The Thompsons are very excited about Amanda going abroad as an exchange student. We have already talked about going abroad and as an exchange student, but just to, if you can't remember, going abroad is going to a different country, right? And as an exchange student is going to a country, staying there with a family, and another student comes to your house, right? Well, they all think it's going to be a great experience for her. There's nothing new here. Amanda is talking to her father about it. So, Dad, where do you think I should go? Here, there is something interesting, okay? So, Dad, where do you think I should go? The question is, where do you think? Okay? So here, let me write down here. Where should I go? That's a question. Okay? Now, if you want to ask, do you know? Do you think? Okay? It is different. Where do you think I should go? Where do you think I should go? All right? So there are these two different ways to ask. This is very common, and the most the most common mistakes that we Brazilians make is when we want to ask, for example, what time is it? Everybody knows this question, right? What time is it? Do you know? Now, if you want to make one question out of these two, oh, you have to see this. Okay. There it is. Okay? There it is. Where should I go? Where do you think I should go? Did you notice that it went back to normal? Where do you think I should go? Not where do you think should I go? But the most common one, now that you can see the screen here, what time is it? Do you know? The correct question is, do you know what time it is? Okay? Not do you know what time is it? No. It's do you know what time it is? Another one here. How much does this cost? Okay? How much does this thing cost? How much does this cell phone cost? Do you know or can you tell me? The correct question would be, can you tell me how much this costs? All right? So this is a very common mistake because most people will keep on using the question structure, all right? But the question now here is, can you tell me? This is the question, all right? Do you know? So everything here will be normal. Do you know what time it is? Can you tell me how much this costs? Okay. Do you know how I can get? Oh, this is a good one. Let me write this here for you. Here, how can I get to the subway station? Right? How can I get to the subway station? Can you tell me? The correct question. Can you tell me how I can get to the subway station? Can you tell me how I can get to the subway station? All right? Good. Any questions on this? So that's why I wanted to show you this. Okay? Well, pumpkin, anywhere you choose, I believe it's going to be a wonderful experience. Let me just explain pumpkin here. Pumpkin is the nickname that Steve calls Amanda. Okay? It's like sweetie. Okay? Sweet pie. And he calls her pumpkin. All right? Anywhere you choose, I believe it's going to be a wonderful experience. Anywhere means it doesn't matter where. Okay? Let me explain this. Let me show this to you. Anywhere. There you go. Anywhere, it means it doesn't matter where. It's not important where. Anywhere. Anywhere is good or anywhere is bad. It doesn't matter. Okay? Let's move. Let's go back here. All right. So anywhere you choose, I believe it's going to be a wonderful experience. I think so too. I think so too. I think so too is a great sentence when you want to agree with somebody. All right? So for example, somebody says, well, It's going to rain today. Oh, I think so too. All right? Or, oh, that movie was great. Oh, I think so too. Okay? The two countries are so. Oops, let's go back here. The two countries are so different. There's so many possibilities in both of them that it's hard for me to make up my mind. Well, what do I want you to learn in this sentence? It's the pronunciation. The pronunciation. All right? Here it is. Pay attention. The two countries are so different, and there are so many possibilities in both of them. Can you say both of them? Yes, but you will hear a lot of both of them. Both of them. Let me show you here. You will here. Both of them. Both of, oops, both of them. All right? Pay attention, because very few people say both of them. All of them. All of them. It's all of them. All right? Good. And I'm always losing my arrow. Okay, here it is. That it's hard for me. Hard for me means it's difficult for me. It's hard for me. Okay? It's difficult for me to make up my mind. To make up my mind. To make up my mind, to make up your mind is to decide. Okay? Make a decision. Choose among many other choices or among two choices. Make the decision. Well, I don't know if I want pasta or fish. So make up your mind. Right? Make up your mind. What do you want? You want this or that? Make up your mind. Make up your mind. Make up your mind. All right? So, here. Make up one's mind is the same as make a decision. Okay? Make your decision. Make up your mind. Make up his mind. Is it clear? Okay. Let's move on. And Steve goes, well, you can start by making a list of things you know and like about each country. Okay, you can start by making a list. The only thing I would draw your attention here is we normally make a list. We don't do the list. If you do the list, you're going to execute what's on the list. But if you're going to say number one, this, number two, this, you're making the list. Okay, it's different. Make a list and do the list. That is different. All right. And Amanda says, that's a great idea, Dad. I'll get into it right away. To get into it is to get involved, is to do it. Okay? If you say, I'll do it right away, that's the same thing. All right? I'll get into it right away. Means I will arrange myself and start doing it. Okay? That's pretty much the same as I'll do it right away. And right away means immediately. Immediately. All right? Immediately. Good. Let's move on. So, Amanda started a list comparing both countries. Okay, she started a list comparing both countries. Both means the two countries. Okay, the two countries. Good. Now, here comes the tricky part. Here comes the tricky part. This is just to let you know. For example, Belgium is smaller than Brazil. So I just want to draw your attention when you are comparing things, okay? Small, smaller. Okay? Big, bigger. Few, fewer. The opposite is more. Less. The opposite is more. Now, what is the difference between fewer and less? What is the difference? The difference is here. People and excitement. Excitement is very abstract. You don't say one excitement, two excitements, three excitements. It's like love, right? There is less love in his heart than in mine, for example. Tem menos amor no coração dele do que no meu. All right? So that's the difference. Okay? If you can't say one, two, three, four, or there is no plural, you're going to use less. So that's why we say less expensive, more expensive, less cold, more cold, or colder, right? Not or colder, it's colder. Lots of people will say more cold, but the correct one is colder. Okay? Good. Let me show you more here. I'll have less free time. Free time is abstract. There is no plural. There is no one, two, three, four. Comparing here, there are fewer people. It's really concrete. 2, 3, 4. So there are 5 million people. Much fewer. There are 1 million people in Belgium. And there are 200 million people in Brazil. 200 is bigger than 1. So there are fewer people in Belgium than in Brazil. Okay? I'll have less free time. I'll have more free time. Remember that this is not supposed to be a grammar lesson. So that's why I'm not getting into the details of comparisons. But I want you to remember. Okay? I want you to remember. And to make you remember, you are going to complete here. Okay? You're going to complete here with your impressions, comparing Belgium to Brazil. In fact, actually, we're going to start right now. I want you to give me one sentence comparing Belgium to Brazil. Okay? Write down in the comments. There, here. Okay, here. A sentence comparing Belgium to Brazil. It could be very, very simple. You don't have to know Belgium to compare it to Brazil. It can come, it can come from the top of your mind. All right? I want a sentence comparing Brazil to Belgium. And if you have any questions on these words and sentences and vocabulary, good one here. Let me show you. I'm going to write down here. Safer. Belgium is safer. Okay. Thank you, Carolina. Belgium is not more cold, it's colder. Belgium is colder. Now, Gilberto will ask, Leo, how can I know it's colder and not more cold? Right, Gilberto? That's a good question, isn't it? How do I know? How do I know if I say more cold or colder? Very simple. If the adjective, for example, cold, hot, right? Um, Easy. If it's one or two syllables, if it's a short word, it's going to be R all the time. Few, fewer, right? Cold, colder. Hot, hotter. Easy, easier. Difficult, difficult is a long word, so more difficult. Expensive, expensive is long. More expensive, less expensive. Okay? Another one here. Let's see. Belgium is safer than Brazil. Claudia, remember, you don't need more. Safer já é more. Okay? This is very, you have to practice this all the time. Okay? You have to practice this all the time. Solange, Brazil is more exotic. Exotic is a long word. More exotic. Leite, I don't know Belgium, but I know that Brazil is more attractive. So let's put this down here. Let's write this down. Okay? Brazil is more attractive. Right? Brazil is more attractive. What else? No, Belgium is colder. Já coloquei. There is delicious beer in Belgium. Danilo, you can definitely say that the beer in Belgium is better. The beer is more delicious. Right? The beer is more delicious. More exotic. Brazil is more exotic. Right? Brazil is hotter. Thank you, Edilson. Very good, guys. That's it. Belgium is less beautiful. It is, you see, this is interesting. Belgium is beautiful. Brazil is beautiful too. So you can say that Brazil is more beautiful, or you can say that Belgium is less beautiful. Okay? It doesn't mean it's ugly. It's only less exotic, less beautiful than Brazil. Right? Good. Thank you, Erico. Brazil is more love. No problem. There is more love in Brazil, right? Brazil has more beautiful landscapes. Very nice, Priscilla. Very nice. I love more love. Yeah, Janaína liked it too, right? Very good. Very good. More carnival. Yes, remember carnival like this, okay? More carnival. Yes. The beaches are more beautiful. You know what? When I was creating this story, I was in doubt because I have been to Belgium before, but I just went to I have just been to one or two cities in Belgium, and I couldn't remember if Belgium is on the coast, if there is a coast, and there is, guys. Okay, Belgium has beaches, but I am pretty sure that the beaches in Brazil are more beautiful than the beaches in Belgium. But the chocolates in Belgium are more delicious than the chocolate in Brazil. Right? Okay, good. Beer and chocolate, they are unbeatable. Okay. English classes are worse. Okay? English classes are worse than in Brazil. You see, guys, and that's a good. I don't know if Erica Belmonte has created a lesson talking about the comparisons, because it's a fun. It's one of the few fun things I know about learning structure in English is to play around with comparatives and superlatives. Okay? So try to review this with Erica, or with any other material in the VIP. Ah, you learn more languages. Very good, Junior. Very good. You learn more languages than in Brazil. That's an advantage, right? That is an advantage. All right. Good. So, now, oops. Let's take a look. Let's take a look at these questions here. Okay? All right. Now, we're going to start. Let me put this here. All right. Now we're going to start doing the magic story. In the magic story, you already know what to do, right? You are going to look at me and try to answer the questions the way you want and the way you know. All right? So here are the first questions. Here are, oh, let me put this screen here. It's better. There you go. Okay? So I'm going to ask you these questions and you know the answer. Before we do that, let's take a look at the text before. Here it is. All right. Here we go. Where is Amanda going? The Thompsons are very excited about Amanda going abroad as an exchange student. They all think it's going to be a great experience for her. So, Amanda is talking to her father about it. So, Dad, where do you think I should go? Well, Pumpkin, anywhere you choose, I believe it's going to be a wonderful experience. I think so too. The two countries are so different, and there's so many possibilities in both of them that it's hard for me to make up my mind. Well, you can start by making a list of things you know and like about each country. That's a great idea, Dad. That's a great idea, Dad. I'll get into it right away. So Amanda started a list comparing both countries, Brazil and Belgium. Belgium, it's smaller. They speak French and Flemish. Remember, guys, Flemish is flamenco. Okay? It's the second language in Belgium. So they speak French and Flemish. There are fewer people. The food is great. There is less excitement. I'll have less free time. I'll be traveling to different countries in Europe. Brazil, it's much bigger. Remember, when I say much bigger, I am exaggerating bigger. Right? A gente não fala assim, é muito maior. Okay, so it's much bigger. All right? They speak Portuguese. There are more people in Brazil. The food is great too. There is more excitement. I'll have more free time. I don't know why she thinks that. I don't agree with this. Okay? I don't agree with this. I'll have more free time? Not sure. But okay. And I'll be traveling to many different places in the same country. Cool? Good. Let's move on to the questions here. How long will Amanda be staying abroad? How long will Amanda be staying abroad? 1 year. That's it. She'll be staying there for about a year, for 1 year, right? Are the Thompsons happy about Amanda's project? Yes, they are. The Thompsons are very happy about her trip abroad. Question: is Amanda certain about where she's going? Is she certain about where she's going? Nope. Nope, she isn't. So, what does her dad suggest she does? What does he suggest she does? A list, make a list, start a list, compare both countries. Make a list comparing both countries. You choose. Okay? So, what does Steve suggest she does? That's it. That's it. Okay. Now, in this exercise here, okay? Oh, before we move on, this is important. By looking at these questions here, you can retell the story. Okay? You can retell the story. Right? Here. You look at the question. Okay? You look at the question. You don't have to ask the question. Don't ask the question now. You look at the question and say, Amanda will be staying abroad for 1 year as an exchange student. The Thompsons are very happy about Amanda's project. They are all very happy about Amanda going abroad as an exchange student. Amanda isn't sure, she isn't certain about where she's going. She's trying to decide, or she's trying to make up her mind between Belgium and Brazil. Oh, I forgot to ask that question, right? What's Amanda's project all about? It's about going abroad and going to school and being an exchange student in a different country. And Steve suggests that she makes a list comparing both countries. Agora, assista eu de novo, olhe para mim de novo, usando a mesma técnica, só que agora eu não vou fazer cara de bobo, igual eu fiz aquela hora. Ok? E eu não vou grifar. Então eu vou só. Vocês estão vendo o meu cursor aqui, né? Então eu vou só apontar o cursor e vou contar para você a história novamente. Não precisa ser a decoreba dessa história aqui. Alright? Você pode lembrar o que você leu aqui, mas você pode recontar a história by looking at the questions. Alright? So here we go. Amanda is going abroad for 1 year as an exchange student. And the Thompsons, her family, they're all very excited. They're all very happy about this project, right? Well, Amanda isn't really sure of where she wants to go. She's trying to decide between Belgium and Brazil. Amanda's project is to go abroad and live there as an exchange, live in a different country as an exchange student, go to school, learn a different language, and hang out with her family and learn the culture and so on. Right? Well, she's not certain about the destination she wants to take, so her father suggests that she makes a list comparing both countries. See, I have just retold you this same story here. So, eu estou mostrando para você que você não precisa decorar o diálogo, dizendo, I think so too. No, you can retell the story by answering these questions here. All right? And you can move on. Steve suggests that that she makes a list comparing both countries. And Amanda started a list saying the things that she knows about Belgium and the things that she knows about Brazil. And then she says that Brazil is bigger, Belgium is smaller, the food is great in both countries. She'll have less free time in Belgium. She'll have more free time in Brazil. Um, she will travel. She'll travel to different places in Europe if she stays in Belgium, but she will travel around Brazil and see many other cities within the same country. You can say the way you want. The most important thing is that you do this every day, every single day for the next 5 days. You do this. All right? Good. Now, the last part is that you're going to guess the answer. All right? You are going to guess the answer. What do I mean? I am going to ask you a question that you really don't know. Você vai adivinhar. E você vai adivinhar com o que vier na sua cabeça, com o que você pensar. Só que você deve e tem que abrir a boca e falar do jeito que você achar que deve. Don't worry about making mistakes. Don't worry about making mistakes. That clear? It's very, very important that you respond. I will give you the answer 1 second later, and then you can say, okay. All right? Are you ready? Here we go. Has Amanda always wanted to go abroad? Yes or no? Has Amanda always wanted to go abroad? Yes, she has. She has always wanted to go abroad and visit different places. So, has she always wanted to go abroad? Yes. Second question. Has Amanda ever been abroad? Yes or no? Yes, she has. Where has she been? Okay. Where has she been? She has been abroad, right? She has been to a different country or to different countries. Where has she been? Where has she been? She has been to Canada and Mexico. She lives very close to Mexico. She lives in a small town in California. And California is very close. In the south of California, Southern California is very close to Mexico, right? How long has she been planning to become an exchange student? 1 year, 2 years, or her life? How long has Amanda been planning to become an exchange student? She's been planning to become an exchange student since she was a freshman in high school. Since she was a freshman, since she was 15 years old. Okay? Since she was a freshman. Why does Amanda want to go abroad? Why does she want to go abroad? Learn a different language. Very good. Learn different cultures. Make new friends. Good, good. Good question here. Who will be paying for her trip? Who will be paying for her trip? Herself? Her parents? Josh? Jeremy? Who will be paying for her trip? Herself. Okay? She'll be paying by herself. She has saved enough money. She has saved money to go abroad as an exchange student. Next question. How much will the trip cost? Hmm? $100? $1,000? The trip will cost $10,000. Okay, she will pay $10,000 for the trip. Okay, Amanda, the program will cost $10,000. If Amanda goes to Belgium, where will she be staying? She'll be staying in Liège. Okay? She'll be staying in Liège. Liège is a small town in Belgium. Not very small, but a beautiful town in Belgium. Okay? Next question. If Amanda goes to Brazil, where will she be staying? If Amanda goes to Brazil, in what city will she be staying? She'll be staying in São José do Rio Preto. Yes, if Amanda goes to Brazil, she'll be staying in São José do Rio Preto. All right? What will Amanda be doing during her exchange program? What will she be doing during her exchange program? School, friends, family. Very good. Enjoying. It's up to you. All right? Well, what will she be doing? Well, she'll be going to school, living with a local family, attending exchange student meetings. Ah, that's an important one that you didn't know. She'll be attending meetings, okay, for exchange students. I'll explain about this later. All right? Next question. Is Amanda afraid of going abroad for 1 year? Yes or no? Is she afraid of going abroad for 1 year? Yes, she is afraid. She is afraid. What is she afraid of? What is Amanda afraid of? She's afraid of being homesick. Okay? She's afraid of being homesick. Let me show you what a homesick is. Okay? Homesick. Depressed by missing home. To be homesick is when you enter, it's a depression state. It's a depression state. When you start feeling like you want to go home. You start missing your family, your city, your hometown, your home, your friends, and so on. Okay? And that's pretty serious. Okay? To be homesick, you feel really kind of depressed. All right? Good. So here are the questions. By looking at these questions, you can enrich the story. Okay? You can enrich the story. Now, let me show you this. Okay, here it is. Well, Amanda has always wanted to go abroad. Actually, she has been abroad. She has been to Mexico and Canada, right? She has been planning to become an exchange student ever since she was a freshman in high school. She wants to go abroad because she wants to learn a new language, learn different cultures, make new friends, have a good experience. She will be paying for her trip. The trip will cost about $10,000. If she goes to Belgium, she'll be staying in Liège. If Amanda goes to Brazil, she'll be staying in São José do Rio Preto. All right? Well, as an exchange student, she'll be going to a local school. She'll be living with a local family. She will be talking to other people about her country. She will be teaching other people about the United States. All right? Well, there's one thing that she is afraid of. Okay? She's afraid of being homesick. Just by looking at the questions, you can retell the story. Your goal, your objective is to, em casa, sentadinho ou sentadinha, sozinha, conseguir contar essa história, nem que seja para a parede, porém em voz alta, em voz alta. Because when we speak only in our mind, we speak much better. Okay? Our English pronunciation inside our brain is much better than the one that we make in our mouth, with our voice. Okay? Good. Now, let me show you something here. In this part of the PDF, you have the answers. Yes, you have the answers. Here it is. Okay? Why? Why you have the answer here? Because you can practice the questions. It is more difficult. But you look at the question, okay? You look at the question here. Has Amanda always wanted to go abroad? Has she ever been abroad? Where has she been? How long has she been planning to become an exchange student? Why does she want to go abroad as an exchange student? Who will be paying for the trip? How much will the program cost? Well, how much will the exchange program cost? If she goes to Belgium, where will she be staying? If she goes to Brazil, where will she be staying? What will she be doing in her exchange program? Is Amanda afraid of going abroad for 1 year as an exchange student? What is she afraid of? That's it. All right, all right, all right. So, before we wrap this up, yes, okay, let me read the Erico Correa say uncertain. Yes, uncertain or she's uncertain or undecided. Undecided. Or she's not sure. Okay? Guys, did you catch this new style of magic story? So please, tomorrow, come back here. Come back to the class and do it again. All right? The part of the magic story. Okay, the part of the magic story. Especially the questions. The questions are more difficult. Ok? They are more difficult. Onde é que você pode empacar nesta lição? Trying to ask the questions. Trying to ask the questions is more difficult. Okay? So first, you start talking about this story. You start talking about the story. Okay? And until a certain point that you don't need paper, you don't need writing, you don't need reading or anything. Until you are able to look at the wall, or look at or at the mirror, or look at somebody who's studying or who's practicing English with you, and try to tell the story. What's the story about? Well, let me tell you. Amanda is going abroad. Okay, she's going abroad as an exchange student. And the Thompsons are very happy about it. Actually, everybody was surprised. Only her mother knew about the plan. And then she is uncertain, as Erico said. She's not sure of where she wants to go. So she talks to her dad and says, Dad, where do you think I should go? And her dad says, oh, Pumpkin, oh, honey, anywhere you go, it's going to be a great experience. I believe it's going to be a great experience. Don't worry about it, right? Both countries are very nice. And she says, yeah, I agree. I think so too. There are so many possibilities in both countries, right? And her dad suggests that she makes a list of Brazil and Belgium, of the things that she knows and she likes about Brazil and Belgium. So she says that Brazil is bigger, Belgium is smaller, the food is delicious in both countries, there are more people in Brazil and there are fewer people in Brazil. She'll have more time in Brazil and she'll have less free time in Belgium. Right? Good. Well, Amanda has always wanted to go, right? And she has been planning to go abroad ever since she was a freshman. And she has been abroad before, but only traveling to Mexico and Canada. And the reason she wants to go abroad is that she wants to learn a different language, make new friends, live with the local family, right? She'll be paying for her trip, and it's not cheap. It's expensive. It's about $10,000, and she has saved enough money during all her years of high school, working summer jobs. She has saved enough to pay the $10,000 for the program. All right. If she goes to Belgium, she'll be staying in Liège. If she comes to Brazil, she'll be staying in São José do Rio Preto. Right. And as an exchange student, she'll be going to school. She'll be going to special meetings for exchange programs. She will be teaching other people about her country, the United States. She's only afraid of being homesick. That's the only fear she has. I have just told you the story by remembering this class. Okay? This is a great practice. Okay? This is a great practice. All right? So, your homework is to do this. If you have problems, if it's hard for you, do it writing. You can write it down. Download this PDF. Download this PDF here, right? It's a beautiful PDF, by the way. Nope, right here, okay. It's a beautiful PDF. Download this PDF and do it, okay? Give your opinions about Belgium and Brazil. And if you have any questions, my friend, just let me know down below in the comments. All right, guys, an hour and 12 minutes. I'm sorry. I get excited about this. I get excited. Okay, guys, that's it. If you have no more questions, I'll wrap this up. All right? No more questions? Cool class. Oh, thank you, Erico. All right. Thank you, Leite. Good. Guys, that's it. Thank you so much for coming. I hope you have enjoyed this class and I hope to see you next class magic story here on VIP English Club. All right. Thank you so much. Oh, let's put some song here to wrap up. Okay? Let's put some songs here. All right. Guys, thank you so much. Kisses. Have a wonderful afternoon. Enjoy your day. And I'll see you on the next class. All right? Aninha, thank you so much for everything. All right? And I'll see you soon. Bye now.